Hey everyone, it's Army Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to get the brand new Earth Mystic monster, Yoroi'S. If you haven't already checked out my exclusive first look video on this monster, be sure to check it out. I take that monster from a little bitty egg all the way to a rank 5 level 150 vicious monster. So if you want to test out or if you want to see his practicality and his usability, be sure to check out the video. And fun little fact, although I imagine a good handful of you might have already known this, I just found out that Yoroi'S actually means armor in the Japanese language, which is really cool. So this is another armor monster. I'm claiming him. Although it's funny because this monster's name literally means armor, I feel like, and I don't know, maybe SocialPoint already did, maybe there should be a relic armor based on this monster. You know how SocialPoint always releases like a laser beam sword and this or that? And it would have also made more sense, I think, if this monster was more of a tank, right? If he had the taunt trait, since his name literally means armor. But that aside, let's talk about the quest. So, let's scroll up. You can breed Hyperia, Itsunami, or Nabuline by combining two monsters. So first, let's talk about those three monsters that are available. Hyperia is an Earth Megaton monster, Itsunami is a pretty good supportive Earth monster, super fast, and Nabuline is immune to control and can activate cooldowns, as well as apply torture effects, I believe. So the three monsters that are available, pretty darn good. If you get one of these, if you get Hyperia or Nabuline, I think that would be pretty awesome. And anyways, the monsters you need to combine are Darkghouls and Thorder, which are breedable legendary monsters. And it always appears like when SocialPoint does these events, they always use the OG breedable monsters. So if you haven't bred those monsters, it might be a good idea to breed those. And you can also substitute one of those monsters, those OG breedable, for the breeding jokers. So if you don't have Darkghouls, you can substitute that with Erdicus, the nature Hukuai. And if you don't have Thorder, you can substitute him with Galante. So it's important that you cannot do the two breeding jokers together. You can't breed Erdicus and Galante and get one of the monsters. It doesn't work that way. Anyhow, if you are able to get one of those three monsters, you also obtain a quest key. And with that quest key, you're able to unlock a survival dungeon where then you can collect cells for the new monster. Now here's the thing. In that quest, in that survival dungeon, you are not going to get enough cells to get the monster. I forgot what it was. You'd have to check out my previous video. But I feel like even if you get two monsters, let's say you breed Hyperia and Itsunami, you're going to get 40 from successfully breeding. I feel like the dungeon itself is only going to give you 50, which sucks. So you're going to be at 90. And when it comes to mythic monsters, you have to have 100 cells in order to be able to craft them. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be going for this monster. If you're going to be going for this monster, you are going to need to get like 60 cells from the breeding event, and then you can get 50 from the quest. For every breeding, successful or not, you get a quest scroll to unlock the quest dungeon, which I gotta say, I love the quest dungeon. It is a really great way to get a lot of bronze relics, and who knows, maybe you get a silver, gold, or diamond out of the bronze relic chest, but if anything, it's just a bunch of fusion material. And let's see, where you can get monsters from previous quests. Oh yeah, by the way, in the quest dungeon, another cool thing about it is that every time you win, you get to spin the roulette wheel, and in that roulette wheel, there's a bunch of quest cells, so maybe you can get some of the old quest cells monsters. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. If you haven't been lucky with your breedings, you can get quest key and Yoroi'S cells in a chest. The survival dungeon will start on Monday. So it is very important that if you get the key and you're wondering, armor, where's the monster? How do I get the monster? Well, the survival dungeon itself, that does not start until Monday. So you have the whole weekend to try to get this monster, or to try to get the quest key to unlock the survival dungeon. To receive the quest key and cells, you need eggs. You need the eggs to be on the hatchery before the breeding event is over. So if you successfully breed a legendary monster, that does not mean you get the quest key. You have to put the monster to your hatchery, and you can only use one joker per combination. I already talked about that. So awesome. That is the information about the quest. And the next slide over, meet the quest monster Yoroi'S. Earth attacker with shield abilities. She applies different tortures to the enemy, including poison, quicksand, and bleeding, or guard down to one enemy and gains an extra turn. She can also protect herself with shield, regen, and 50% damage protection. She has evolving trait at rank 0. She's hardened, which makes sense, right? It goes with the whole armadillo shield tankiness. She gains a 50% life shield at the start of the battle, and at rank 3, she replaces hardened with tough, which again, tough in this monster makes sense. And I think it would have made sense of all the monsters that have been tanks with the taunt trait. I think it would have made sense for this monster, but nonetheless, I had a real blast using this monster. Really good at torture effects, right? It says right there, bleeding, poison, quicksand, amazing. I really enjoyed using the monster, so be sure to check out the video. Alright, so since this breeding event is going to last a while, I am going to go ahead and activate my Camella, and let's see what I got. This is probably going to be a rare monster, maybe an epic monster. Yep, it's this guy right here, but look, I got a quest scroll. And then I'm going to press retry. On this combination, I'm using Galante, and I'm using Darkghouls, which is one of the breeding combos. And as you can see, I got 6 hours and 35 when it is fully sped up. That is an epic monster, unfortunately. let me speed this up real quickly. And look at that, it is a rare monster, so I'm gonna get a bunch of this. If anything, the good thing about getting epic monsters during this event is that you can change those monsters into cells and keep the epic cells. That way, next time there's a race, you have a monster that you can rank up. Let's retry, and I got 6 hours, so unfortunately 2 epic monsters. And that appears to be the case a lot. I really wish that even if you failed, you could get like 5 cells of the monster instead of only getting cells when you do a successful breed. But anyways, as you see, I got quest scrolls, so if you go to dungeon right now and you click on quest days dungeon, you can literally play it. It costs 1 scroll. I have like 23 of them, and again, if you win, and hopefully I can win, I don't think it should be too hard because I have pretty good monsters. Let's do that. I think I have a good removes. I think I gotta swap the skills. Let's do that. I like to win with a lot of torture. That's probably the best way I can win. Ignite damage, Iron Maiden, Metal Weakness, 1 extra turn. Yeah, let's do that. Bad things to come. I think one of them is AoE Nanovirus, or maybe not. Bad things to come. Alright, win with torture. They have to recharge. Blast, that's fine by me. Let's do a Rotten Kiss. You have poison now. Let's do a Curse and Blind. Let's do enemies without benefits. There's the Nanovirus. Alright, awesome. So 1 more attack ought to do it. And recharge. I'm just gonna let Varna die with torture. So check this out. When the enemy monster dies, make sure you do not exit out, because once again, you literally get to spin and get 5 cells of a random quest monster, and these add up over time, or you might get an additional quest scroll. So can you imagine getting like Madam Fusion cells from this, trading with your teammates, getting yourself a Madam Fusion, one of the most overpowered monsters in the game? So it's awesome. So yeah, if you complete all of this, look, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 10, 10, 10, let's count it all. 10, 20, 30, and 21, 51, and 15 5s, that's 51 and 15, that's 66. And then 970 bronze relic chests. That is pretty darn amazing. So I'm definitely going to be sure to do that. And once again, in terms of getting the monster, so what you can do, where is it? Maybe it's not available yet. Is it available? So if you, Nemesis chest, yeah, so I guess it's not available. So Cloud Food. So even if you can't get the monster right here, and I think it mentioned it, there is going to be an opportunity where you can get previous chests. Okay, so even if you can't participate in the breeding event, and I would advise you do not spend a lot of gems in the breeding event. Instead, what you probably most likely want to do is wait for the event to start, or for the, yeah, on Monday for the actual event to start. SocialPoint should be selling a chest. I think it costs $5, and with those $5, you get the key, and you get 50 cells. So if you can beat the survival dungeon, plus those 50 cells you get from the chest, that's 100 cells. That is enough to get the monster. So rather than wasting a ton of gems trying to get a quest key, trying to get the quest key and only getting increments of 20 cells for the monster, it makes more sense to buy the chest if you can. I am hoping they also sell individual cells. Like, it would be nice if maybe you do get 20 cells and then you get 50 from the survival dungeon, that's 70. It would be nice if by paying some amount of gems, SocialPoint made it possible to get the remaining number of cells. So I don't know if that'll actually happen or not, but I guess we can wait and see. But yeah, I definitely recommend participating in the breeding event, even if you can't get the monster, if anything, for these quest scrolls, because like I said, it is a really, really nice way to get some bronze relic chests. Hellfire Bites. And remember, even if you lose, you can always try again, and it doesn't cost you anything. Let me do a possession. That's probably what I should have done last time. Fire Strings, Mega Possession to 1 enemy monster, Bad Things to Come, and Fire Strings, Mind Heat, yes, your weight in gold, through the circles, that'll stamina drain. Let's do Nightmares and Bleeding, or Nightmares and Ignition, Abandon All Hope, very nice. And watch, yeah, so I like to win with torture skills. The monsters are pretty ranked up, so it is sometimes a little hard. So I do have to focus sometimes, but for the most part, with the monsters I have at level 100, and just using relics, I've been able to be pretty darn successful. So, yeah, just definitely go ahead and do this. If anything, just for the scrolls. Do it for the scrolls. Don't waste a ton of gems trying to get the monster, because, in my opinion, it might not be fully worth it. Also, what I would recommend is, where is it? Or actually, what I wouldn't recommend, if you go to shop right now, you'll notice that in the shop, you can buy a ton of cells for the monsters, and it's quite expensive, but you get in increments of 25. So, for example, if I spend 125 gems on Madam Fusion, I get 25 cells. I would have to do that at minimum 4 times to get 100 cells, or you could do it 3 times, which will cost you 375. I'm assuming the price doesn't decrease, and then you can ask your teammates for the remaining cells. So you might be tempted to do that to participate in the quest dungeon, but I don't think so. I think you just grind it out and slowly accumulate. Slowly get some of these quest monsters through other events. But yeah, I think, because for example, like Monsterwood, you can get some of the quest monsters by watching Monsterwood videos at certain times. Like I know Devestr's was available, that's why I have so many cells for her. But yeah guys, that's basically a video on Yoroi'S, how to get cells for the monster, how it works, the event, whether I think it's worth it or not. So hopefully this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below whether or not you're going to be participating in the breeding event, or any other question you may have. Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next time. Remember to subscribe.